It's a fundamental business principle. Okay, so let's look at some of the metrics here for ITCO's goals early on. They wanted to earn an overall satisfaction score of at least 4.2 on a scale of 1 to 5. And 2003's was 4.1, 2002's was less than that, and 2001's was less than that. So we see them improving in customer service each year, customer satisfaction each year. Their IT operations, they want to achieve a 99.7% availability in the operations that are critical, those involving live money, which is up 0.1% from the previous year. In terms of IT delivery, they want to identify, research, and champion at least one business-enhancing or enabling technology. This is their R&D, so to speak. Fiscal stewardship, they want to achieve between 97 and 99% profit and loss forecast accuracy and 95% hardware inventory accuracy for desktops. Again, before ITCO even started, before business training was done to IT managers, they wouldn't even understand what these words mean, let alone be able to comply with them. And then IT management, ensure that all ITCO employees spend at least 64 hours a year in training. So here's another thing that they attribute to their success is something that's called internal marketing. And we'll talk more about this later in this course, actually. But it makes sense to use marketing principles that a company might normally use to improve its relations and perceptions with an external customer base. It makes sense for IT to have a conscious program and fund the marketing of what they're doing with their own internal corporate customers. Now, some of you may look at that and go, that's wasted money. And I'm going to sit here and go, it's hardly wasted if it's accomplishing three things for the company. Number one, increased IT spending. I mean, is that something you want? Number two, improved customer satisfaction. Okay? And number three, more strategically effective IT. Strategically effective means helping the IT business be more strategically, not the IT business, but the corporate business be more strategically effective in terms of achieving their strategic business objectives. So when you think about it, spending a little extra money internally to improve communications, that's what internal marketing is all about, is going to reap great rewards for both IT and the corporation as a whole. It's a good investment. It's not wasted money. So here's the CEO's assessment, USAA CEO's assessment. That's Bob Davis, not talking about Steve Yates here. He measures ITCO's success in terms of their financial discipline, which they now have demonstrated. I mean, we've seen how they've put that into operation. Their operational discipline and their service discipline. And the real measure of ITCO success, this is my last slide, is that this notion of spinning off an internal service, in this case IT, to become a profit center on the outside, became so successful that now other service operations such as HR inside USAA are going, hey, spin us off. Let's spin us off to be our own separate company, and we'll be the HR company. That is a real indicator of success. When the other people who are service providers inside a corporation look at IT and see the great success that they've achieved by spinning themselves off and say, hey, we want to grow up someday to be like IT. That it's hard to argue with that metric of success. All right, so in conclusion here, let's briefly re-examine the primary reasons that we've studied the ITCO case study. Number one, we want to make the point and want you to think through how valuable it would be to your IT organization if your IT managers were educated systematically in business skills and communication skills and negotiation skills, even in accounting. I mean, that's part of the homework exercise, is to identify how that's going to improve your IT funding and your customer satisfaction, something that every senior IT executive is looking for. Another reason that we've studied this case study is to talk about changing the way IT is funded in an organization. Now, this is really a matter for IT governance in your company in future years. It's not something that you can just implement overnight. But once you have the vision that if we can put some sort of chargeback system in place, even though we're not an external profit center, we're still internal and organic to the corporation. By changing the way IT is funded, might this not bring about the kinds of efficiencies and increased customer satisfaction and progress toward the strategic business goals of the company that really we're looking for, and that's going to create quantum leaps in the credibility and perception of IT by the rest of the company. So those really are the two bottom lines of why we've taken a look at this case study, and I hope that those are takeaways for you.